You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday. We are excited to have Brent Baker joining us in the studio here in just a little bit. He sent me the information ahead of time, and I posted it yesterday. We're going to be talking about single-family, I'm trying to think what it's called, something program from the city of Sioux Falls. I posted it. He and I will chat about it here in a little bit. But if you're interested in the program, it's a way to help rehabilitate homes. So if you know somebody who maybe is on a tight income and they're really struggling to keep things up with their home in the city of Sioux Falls, the city has a program to help out. And I think it's really cool that that's what Brent would like to share. So we're going to chat with him all about that coming up in just a bit. Also, I want to share this with you as well. We're going to be chatting about it over the next month or so. There's an event coming up on June 24th. It's a benefit called Benefit Bags and Pool, and it's a draw partner high-low Scotch doubles draw partner bags tournament at Rack City Billiards in Sioux Falls. It's coming up on June 24th. Sign up is at noon, 1 o'clock start time. So you can enter either the bags entry, the high-low entry, or maybe if you want to do both, you can do that. But they've got several different things that they're going to be doing. It is a fundraiser, and I picked up one of the posters at 247 Sales and Service, friends of ours, wonderful people, and this is a family that they know. This fundraiser is for this family, and again, there are going to be food trucks that day, silent auction, 50-50 raffle. Again, we'll be chatting about it quite a bit between now and then, but I've got the poster here I want to at least mention so you can put it on the calendar. June 24th, Rack City Billiards at 309 South Bonson in Sioux Falls. And again, noon startup, 1 p.m. start time, and we'll have all the details at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to have Mr. Brent Baker join us once again. Hello, sir. How are you?
It's a great day in South Dakota.
It is a great day, and Brent is a realtor with Clients First Group and Keller Williams in Sioux Falls. And we've got something kind of different we're going to talk about right now. We're talking about things that have to do with, buying homes and selling homes. But you told me about this program that this isn't you. This is the city of Sioux Falls, but it's definitely worth talking about, a single-family rehabilitation program. And let's kind of talk a little bit about what this program is.
This program that the city has, this is for homes that are in need of a little care and targeted toward income levels that most people are just really struggling at. Yeah. So the city is willing to help with some repairs. There are some guidelines, obviously.
Yeah.
But just to help people keep their homes up to a certain standard for cleanliness and for maintenance-wise, to protect it, because shelter is a very important part of of our lives, and especially in South Dakota.
And a lot of the time, this is stuff that you would want to do, but maybe it's just not in the budget right now because, hey, I can't afford to do it. That's why I haven't done this. There's some assistance available to maybe help you get that thing done.
Correct. Sometimes it's not a budget issue. Sometimes it's simply not knowing who to turn to or what needs to be done. We don't all come from the same background.
Yeah.
But the city is willing to make some repairs for you. And so my advice to people is to get in touch. It's siouxfalls.org/planning-development/planning affordable housing.
I'll put a link to that too. There's a lot going on there. But
There's a lot there.
But I will put a link to it to make it really easy to find. And in the information that you handed me, it says what work is eligible. So repair or replace faulty plumbing, repair or replace faulty heating system, repair or replace faulty electrical, worn or leaky roof. What else? Screen doors, storm doors. So a lot of the things that maybe, again, some of these things can be very, very spendy. And it's not necessarily something that's on the budget for everybody. Also, I see necessary painting, insulation, winterization, and handicap accessibility. So if you'd like to know more about this, again, I'll throw a link on our Facebook page to make it really easy to find. But this is something, it's called the Single Family Rehabilitation Program, and I see there's an application on here. And if you have a question, you can also reach out to the City of Sioux Falls.
Correct. And there is a phone number, 605-367-8180, and that is the Housing General Line.
Nice. And again, the Single Family Rehabilitation Program from the City of Sioux Falls. So we'll throw in some information about that on our Facebook page to make it really easy to find. And we should probably, since we've got Brent Baker in the studio, talk a little bit about the real estate market. And like this year is different than last year, but what kind of year are we having for 2023 when it comes to selling homes? Is it a good year to sell a home, a good year to buy a home?
Yes, inventory is down.
Okay.
And there are still cases of multiple offers, driven by the fact that we have very low inventory. Now, a lot of people are struggling with, well, interest rates are up, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the price of housing is going to come down.
Yeah.
Simply because demand is very, very strong in a growing city.
Yeah. And one of the things that you can also keep in mind, I remember we bought this home at a time when interest rates were, not bad at all. But there was a time we did buy a home when interest rates were high, and then we refinanced it a few years later. So when interest rates, because again, that's one of those things where you go, do I wait to buy the home when interest rates are down, but now I can't get the home because the one I want is no longer available? So you kind of want to just make sure you think that through as well.
Correct. And the conversation I've had with people is housing is a must for everybody. Shelter of some form is a must, and you can't avoid that. So you can pay rent and continue paying somebody else's mortgage, or you could pay rent and start gaining some equity, not to mention control over your environment.
Yeah.
We get caught up in the price of things, but the reality is that number rarely shrinks.
Yeah.
So always keep in mind that in a few years, in all probability, that home will be worth more than what you paid for it.
Yeah.
And you'll look a lot smarter down the road.
Yeah.
Are there rare exceptions? Yeah, but they're rare.
Absolutely. If somebody has a question about buying a home or selling a home and they'd like to reach out and talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about, I suggest Brent. Brent, how do they get a hold of you?
I can be reached at 605-310-0297 or Brent Baker at kw.com.
Very nice. Brent, thank you for stopping in, sir.
Hey, it's always a pleasure, John.
Again, Brent Baker, and I'm going to throw a link to that Single Family Rehabilitation Program thing we talked about. Again, that's not from Brent, that's from the City of Sioux Falls, but I'll throw a link directly to that to make it easy to find at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, May 22nd, 1934, that a request by South Dakota Governor Tom Berry was granted by the Federal Relief Administration, creating a 820-acre co-op farm right along 41st Street. In the early days of the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression, all of the land currently occupied by Century Theater, Walmart, Menards, Sam's Club, Home Depot, Lake Lorraine, Hobby Lobby, and other major retailers and local shops in that area, it was federally administered farmland. The land where Barnes & Noble now sits were family homes, and the administrative office buildings were put up. The entire project was roughly bordered by 41st Street on the south, Louise to the east, Marion to the west, and Skunk Creek to the north, all leased out to dozens of families in 40-acre plots. The families worked their own 40 acres but shared equipment and machinery amongst themselves. The program thrived and continued well into 1944 until the rebounding economy and World War II made it obsolete. In 1944, plots of land were put up for sale, with families currently enrolled in the program having the first rights to buy. So the next time you're sitting at the intersection of 41st and Louise and you see all of the traffic zipping along, the huge retail stores in every direction, and the hustle and bustle of the city life, try to picture acres and acres of crops, dirt roads, and tractors. Then get to driving before people start honking at you. This day in Sioux Falls history has been brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, May 22nd, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets rebounded last week as investors began to embrace the new normal. The new normal is a time of high interest rates, high inflation, and tepid economic growth, punctuated by the ups and downs of a rolling bear market. The S&P 500 gained more than 1.65% for the week and broke above the 4150 level, which is significant. The move could lead to a higher high, possibly as high as 4300, but a move higher than that is questionable. The news of the week came out of the retail sector. Retail results are mixed, with consumers shifting towards staples and away from discretionary items, and the big box diversified names are the only winners. Foot Locker, a purely discretionary name, not only gave a weak report, but guided the entire year lower. And that may be echoed this week as the second half of the retail sector issues their reports. You can get the inside track in your inbox at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.